What's up, collectors and all Transformers enthusiasts? Today I'm going to finally be taking a look at Transformers Funko Pop Optimus Prime. Taking a really quick look at the packaging, we got Transformers on the top, the number, Optimus Prime on the bottom, a nice display of the figure itself, as well as an image of him, and on the side of the packaging, we got that same image, Optimus Prime, the number, and Pop on the top, and on the back, we got a whole majority of characters. You can see Starscream, Proud, Optimus, Soundwave, Laserbeak, and a whole other majority of characters. You can see Transformers here, and the entire collection of the Funko Pops. You can see Bumblebee, Megatron, Jess, and Soundwave. At the moment, I'm only missing Megatron, and I cannot wait to add him to my collection. On the other side of the packaging, we got the name, the number, and Optimus is lurking around, and on the top the same and the Pop logo on the top. But that's pretty much it for the whole thing, so without further ado, let's get into it. And here we have Transformers Funko Pop Optimus Prime in hand and out of the packaging. As you can see, for the sculpted in detail, this guy is flawless. Unfortunately though, I have a couple of cons with it, and it's on the paintwork, and we're gonna discuss those right now. Starting off with my first con, and it's pretty much one, it's on the paintwork. I had a couple of paint drips, and that's honestly unfortunate. It always is. You don't ever want paint drips on your figures or on your pup. I remember when I started collecting them, the first one was Soundwave, and I was so happy because everything was 10 out of 10, no paint drips, no nothing, no imperfections. And since then, I pretty much started collecting every single one of them, and all of them have been flawless on those particular things. And for this one, it's sad because again, it's Optimus. You ever want to, had imperfections on it. But starting out, for the eyes, I don't know if the camera can see it or focus on that particular case, but I have a couple of blue paint drips on the face mask, and that's unfortunate. You can see that under the eye there are a couple of paint drips there, as well as in the rest of that line right there. And on the blue eyes, you can see that there are a couple of paint drips there. I really don't mind those. For the rest of the face go, not bad at all. No paint drips whatsoever on the back or on the sides. It's all under the eyes, and that's really unfortunate. But that's not the biggest one. The biggest one is down below. It's kind of like scratch, or I don't know how to explain it, but it honestly doesn't look good at all. It's not really well sculpted, and you can see that it's all over the place. You can see that the blue is coming out for the silver pipe that he has on the left and on the right legs, and it honestly doesn't look good. And you can see that just the blue is all over the place, and for the silver, it kind of looks munched, it looks scratched, and it really doesn't look good. I don't know if it's just me being picky, but those sort of facts, you can see that it honestly doesn't look good. I really am a little disappointed that Optimus Prime is the one that had the mistakes, because I was really looking forward to this. That is honestly unfortunate, but you can see that for the sculpted in detail, it's not that bad. You can see that it's really accurate to the human representation on the chest. You can appreciate, the window wipers. You can appreciate the grill, as well as the window and the skirt that the truck mode is supposed to have. You can even see, the wheels on the back, and again, it's really accurate to the human representation. Moving on to the arms, you can see that the Autobot logo has no paintings whatsoever on both sides. That's always a plus for me. And you can see that it has that nice sculpted in detail on the arms as well. Just the top section is just flawless. What I expect of them, but just down below is where the problem lies. You can see that for the silver here, it looks really nice. You can see, you can appreciate some robotics and mechanics that Optimus has on the arms. But again, just moving on to the legs, this is where the problem lies, unfortunate, and it really doesn't look good at all. It looks munched, it looks scratched, it looks all over the place. The paint drip and the sculpted in detail on the legs is just I really don't like it. Down below, maybe it looks good, on the feet, and maybe the wheels look good, but just this section, it's not doing it for me. For the weapon, you can see that it looks really good, really glossy, and it has some nice sculpted in detail, and it's accurate to the G1 representation as well. So again, always a plus. And just moving on to the back, so you can appreciate that it even looks good from the back. And again, no paint drips whatsoever on the back. I would have preferred the paint drips on the back than on the legs, honestly. But you can see that it has some nice sculpted in detail on the back, and not much. It's this is plain, and you can see a big paint drip on the leg. That honestly it's not looking good. Honestly, you can see that it's just dripping all over the place. I don't know if it's for my particular copy. I'm hoping it is, and it's not on yours. But again, it's disappointing. You can see that I have a scratch on the back section of the left arm, and again, just I don't know, man. I don't know what. Let's just go ahead and move into the comparison, so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and why I'm being so critical of this, because you can see Soundwave looks just flawless, no paint drips whatsoever on any section, and for the sculpted in detail, it's just Oh my god, man, no mistakes whatsoever, and this was the figure that made me, you know, collect every single one of them, because I was so in love with Soundwave. And just it looks even good from the back. You can see that it has some sculpted in detail on the back, and for Optimus Prime, it's unfortunately, but he's just all bland, and again, just not feeling it, man. It's not doing it for me. And just moving on for a comparison with Jazz, so you can appreciate that he is still better than Optimus Prime, because just for the sculpted in detail, no pinchers whatsoever as well. And just even the weapon looks better, really accurate to the humor presentation. Don't get me wrong, that one is accurate as well, but it's just, in my opinion, it looks way better on Jazz. But you can see even Jazz has a couple of you know, sculpted in detail on the door panels of the vehicle mode. You can see that it's so bland. Don't get me wrong, it's exactly like Optimus. He has not much, you know, sculpted on the back, but it even looks good because the paintwork is not, you know, all over the place, and it has no paint drips like Optimus on this section that it's just nasty. But last but not least, let's go ahead and let's get them on the back, and let me zoom out just a little bit so you can appreciate a wider angle. And let me go ahead and bring the last one, Bumblebee here. This one was the one that I had a couple of paint drips, one on the nose and one on the eye. But as you can see on the camera, it cannot even you cannot even see it. You have to really focus in to see them. But for Optimus Prime, I honestly, I don't know, man, those legs are just awful, and just you can see that no paintings whatsoever on the entire body of Bumblebee, and you can see that, you know, it's yellow. You can see it from a mile away, and still no paintings whatsoever. The weapon looks good as well. The black just blends in really well with the yellow, and it's just a flawless figure. You can see that the Autobot logo has no paintings whatsoever, and on the back he even has some sculpted in detail. Not much, but he still had you know, more than Optimus Prime here, and again, just no nasty paint drips like Optimus Prime, you know, leg there. And again, just it's sad for me. Pretty much everyone collects them on the box, and some people, you know, take them out, but for this one, I really, if it comes like this, just leave it on the box, because it's just unfortunately, I honestly cannot stand that nasty sculpted in detail that Optimus Prime has. But that's pretty much it for the comparison. For a quick comparison between Funko Pop Optimus Prime and my Betsy One Optimus Prime in my collection at the moment, you can see that they both look good. I just want to, you know, give you a side to side so you can see, you know, the differences that they have and how they look together. And honestly, Optimus Prime, you know, the Earthrise one is still my favorite. I was really hoping this one, you know, will be a little bit more accurate to the human representation. And don't get me wrong, on the upper section it is, but I don't even know if this section is accurate to the human representation. Now that I look at it, it kind of looks weird to me. I know that this one does not have that, and just even this one has some silver on the legs, and you know, the Funko Pop does not. And again, this one transformed and this one does not, so the paintwork and the sculpted in detail need to be flawless on this one, and unfortunately it's not. But honestly, that's pretty much it for the comparison between both of them. You can see that they look good. They look good. The sculpted in detail on the Pop one, it's flawless from far away. If you don't see the legs, if you don't focus on that section, this one is for you. But for me, I'm a little picky on that section, and just I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. But I still recommend it. I give it a 7 out of 10. It still looks good, and it will really look good next to all of the rest on your collection. And with all that being said, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to algorithm and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Funko Pop Optimus Prime.